oven, grill, smoker, grill. Now that we have that all straightened out, let's talk about the differences between grilling and an oven. An oven, as you saw earlier, is in my house. It's inside. It's climate controlled. It has electric controls, electric sensors. It's insulated. It's the most efficient way to cook. But the reason why we're here is because we want food to taste great. And electric oven doesn't necessarily cook the best food in terms of flavor. And everyone is drawn outside to grilling. And grilling over open fire, charcoal, wood, a mix of everything else besides that as well. Different leaves, different herbs, thrown onto a fire. Cedar planks is another interesting one. The thing to keep in mind with grilling is you are subject to the vagaries of your climate. It could be hot, it could be cold, it could be windy, it could be raining, and for you diehards, it could be snowing. That's going to affect the temperatures that come from these grills. Now next to me is the OG, the Weber kettle. It's been around for, 50 years or so. Obviously been modified over the years, but it's still the original design is, a big round ball, really. It's got stainless steel, got ceramic coating, pretty thick steel. Some other grills I've used are really thin steel. The thing to keep in mind when it comes to grilling is you could be as complex as possible with sensors and software and billows and all kinds of controls to kind of replicate that oven approach. The thing is though, I think it's more fun to actually enjoy the simplicity of a grill. The food's done when it's done. Now, some of you are like me when it comes to timing. You don't want cold food. You want everything coming out at the same time. That's fine. But after a while, when you get through the practice of using a grill, you're going to get it down. But practice makes perfect. And, frankly, if you're any half decent cook, you're going to actually put out some good food. So not a big problem to have to grill a lot. Now, the thing is with grilling, we have to talk about fuel. Fuel, in this case, is going to be charcoal. Charcoal is pyrolyzed wood. Now, Kingsford's been around a long time. They have these, charcoal briquettes. They have this natural lump, which is really just, without it being formed into like briquettes, it sticks, really. Sticks and pebble, twigs. And you're going to have to build a fire. So the thing is, you're going to have to get comfortable with fire. Now you can do, I showed you a picture of my propane grill. Now the only fire I'm doing is I'm igniting a propane, a propane tank, through a tube, and it lights up, with a click of a button, and off it goes. Now you can play with the knobs a little bit. Temperature is going to vary a little bit, again, depending on the climate control. But I think the charcoal adds so much more flavor. Now I'm going to get into smoke, a smoker, and how to use that in a different episode. But I always say the best place to start if you're going to learn how to grill is learn on the Weber grill. It is like a Jeep. Now, if you're familiar with Jeeps, again, they've been around since the 1940s, I think, in World War II. There are so many modifications for Jeeps, so many parts. There's so much material generated on maintaining your Jeep, equipping your Jeep, accessorizing your Jeep. It's the same thing with the Weber. The Weber has, again, a lot of accessories have been made for the Weber. You could turn it into a smoker. You could turn it into a rotisserie. Yep, that's right. There's a rotisserie option for this. And you have different grates. You could put temperature gauges. You could put sensors. There's a master version of this one where you actually have a little temperature gauge, and then there's like a really enclosed ash pan. This is the original one. I got this $50. You can get it for $100, but you can find them cheap on Craigslist, and you should practice on the Weber. Now we're gonna get going into, I'm gonna show you how to get the Weber going, and I'm going to show you some grilling tips next. Thanks for joining us. Eat, drink, savor.